few months ago, we discovered that Walmart sells motorcycles, and the results were surprising. But last week I learned that Walmart has done it again. Now they're selling the cheapest electric mini bike on the market. So now let's get this thing back to the shop and see if it's worth the $1,400 that we spent on it and get this thing unboxed. I just grab that side.
What is this?
So a little mini bike.
And with the help of my friends from Walmart, we loaded up the bike and we were ready to go.
Thank you. Mini bikes are awesome. Everyone knows it. It's very likely the gateway drug to things like that. Faster bikes, the Hayabusa. But you gotta start somewhere. This apparently is big enough for adults. And I told you I was gonna tell you who made it. I'm gonna tell you guys right now. The company that makes this is the same company that makes this and this and these tents and this cool. They make everything else. Now they're into making electric mini bikes. Bam, our boys over at Coleman. This video is not sponsored by Coleman. They had nothing to do with it. And if I say awful things about this bike, they might be mad about it. But they didn't pay me. This is a Coleman electric mini bike. Now they have been making mini bikes for a little while. So that kind of makes sense. Pop this thing open. I'm excited. They say adults can ride this thing. I think the number was like up to 200 something, 50 pounds or something like that. Ooh, check it out. One question I have is, where did this come from? Who actually made it? I don't see anything on the side of the box that's telling me where it came from. Wait, hold on, what about this? Coleman Company. Nope, found it. Made the same place everything else is made. China. Now we all know a lot of things come from China. I'm sure most of all these bikes, there's portions of them that come from China. Coleman is a pretty big company, so I would imagine they're gonna have some pretty good quality control. But this does look like most things I buy that come from China. All right, let's get this thing out of the box. For riders 13 and over, here, check this out, it's kind of funny looking. They missed a space, it looks like, for riders 3 and over. Fix that, Coleman. Fix it. The Coleman bike is a small little off-road motorcycle. It has become a pretty popular recreational vehicle in recent years. Coleman, who is originally known for its camping gear, entered the mini bike market in the 2000s, focusing on providing an affordable entry-level mini bike and to get people outdoors. Powerful, brushless hub motor. So it is running a hub motor for everyone who was asking. 60 volt that's not light, it's pretty big. 20 miles on a single charge, front and rear suspension for maximum comfort. So Coleman has been making mini bikes for years, actually since 1971, with their debut of the Sport 5.3 mini bike model. Came with either a 25cc or a 50cc motor. Shortly after, companies like Sears and Montgomery Ward's fueled the mini bike craze with models of their own. Is now a good time for a montage?
Cue the montage. No. No, not just regular montage. Cue the epic montage. In the land of motorcycles, in a small town, comes a story of the smallest motorcycle.
When it comes to the Coleman mini bikes, I think they have two or three sizes. They got a real small one for little kids. So that's like a 100, maybe 98 cc. And they have up to 200 or maybe 250 cc. This is a lot bigger than I thought. Look at these big old knobby tires. So while motorcycles have gotten recently expensive, cheapest little 50cc motorcycle that you would buy for your son is like close to $2,000 bucks. But when you walk out the door with all the fees and prep fees and all this stuff, you're looking closer to $4,000. That's what I like about these mini bikes. Mini bikes are cheap. They're cheap to buy. You don't gotta deal with dealerships. And it gets people riding outside, doing motorcycle stuff with their kids and with their friends. So while I'm cutting this thing out, let me explain to you guys what mini bikes actually are. Mini bikes are not dirt bikes. They're not small dirt bikes. They're not really trying to be dirt bikes. It's something completely different. And where it kind of came about, let's figure out the cheapest way to get on two wheels. So you would have a tiny little frame, fat little tires off of like a Tractor Supply, like farm equipment, like wheelbarrow tire. They put a horizontal shaft motor in it with a chain and a centrifugal clutch. That was it. Super basic, probably didn't have brakes. It had one speed, but it was fun. It was awesome and super cheap. Now, if you notice the styling of this, yes, it's very mini bike-ish, but also it kind of reminds me of the Russian Taurus and also kind of like the American Rokon, both which are two-wheel drive vehicles, but you can kind of see the resemblance. It almost doesn't make any sense because there's other things out there, except there's a culture and a level of fun behind mini bikes. There's more of an innocence behind a mini bike that more people can appreciate. Like you can almost see your mom riding a mini bike. Like your mom will be like, oh, that looks fun, let me hop on and ride that thing. You know, your mom's probably might not ride your dirt bike. I'm sure there's moms that ride dirt bikes out there. The whole Bikes and Beards YouTube channel and everything in my entire career kind of been ignited from a little mini bike. Not that different from this. When I was a kid, I grew up in the city, we didn't have motorcycles. We didn't have any dirt bikes, but a neighbor of mine, he had a little mini bike, probably something from like the 70s or this, but it ran good. When I would get the chance, you couldn't get me off of that thing. I was so content just riding up and down the alleyway for hours and hours and hours. And to be honest with you, still pretty content just riding my motorcycle for days at a time. But without that little tiny, cheap, inexpensive system of fun, I probably wouldn't be here. In terms of, you know, riding these things around in your neighborhood, you know, mini bikes are too loud. You can't ride your mini bike in the neighborhood. This makes no noise, which is why this is the first step of me convincing all of my dad neighbors, we're all getting these, we're starting a hooligan gang. We're gonna ride in the neighborhood and terrorize the e-bike kids who are also riding in the neighborhood. So just think about it, these are cheap. Pull that off. This is simple. This is really, does it even have back brakes on it? No. Yes. So then mini bikes started to evolve, started getting a little more complex, and they started getting suspension. Honestly, I don't know if mini bikes need suspension. They're fine without it because they have these big fat tires. So that's where the suspension is. The suspension is in the tires and in your knees. Having more suspension is just more things to go wrong. I've thought about starting my own mini bike company. We make super awesome, really basic mini bikes that you can get into for really, really cheap. And it'd be based off of the Predator motor. So we send the kit, frame, wheels, throttle, and then you go buy a Harbor Freight Predator motor for like $100, slap it in there, bam, you're off to the road. I want to see more people riding. And you could say that's not a motorcycle. That's not a valid excuse. 2 wheels and a motor is 100% a motorcycle. All right, so we got a mystery box. What's also cool is they didn't even bother. Oh, do they? No, they did. They put a headlight on it. A lot of times mini bikes don't bother with lights. Is there a tail light? There's a tail light. What are they trying? Things borderlining street legal in my very loose opinion and definition of street legality. We're gonna put this box aside. We'll get to that in a second. I'm gonna go so far at this point. A 13-year-old kid probably could put this together. You might need some help though, just because it's kind of heavy. It took me, this guy behind the camera, to pick it up. It's not the lightest thing. Let's unscrew this. Pop the top of the cage off, lay it on its side, put the wheels on. We're like 2 minutes away from riding this thing. I know what's in that box now. Comment, what do you think's in that box? Are we starting a Bikes and Beards motorcycle mini bike company? I'm 1000% that guy that has, I'll bring out like 5 tools and I try them all out to see if it fits. They're all wrong. Now, if Coleman really wanted to do some awesome things, they would turn this entire bike into a jump box. This guy needs to jump. Drive the bike over there, pull the cables right out of it, jump it. It's a humongous, it's a big battery. It's a very powerful battery. So we'd have no problem jumping very large things. Oh, forgot one. Oh hey, I didn't see you come in. But while you're here, let's talk about Christmas gifts for a second. Every year I tell myself I'm gonna come up with something thoughtful and I'm gonna spend a lot of time and it's gonna be real personal. And every year, I don't do any of that stuff. I end up just getting like gift cards or something boring or something that I would like a motorcycle. But that is all changed. In 2025, I have matured and I've grown up. I even put blankets on my legs like old people do. I've set up one of these Aura Carver matte frames for my wife and it's pretty awesome. The best thing about it is you can upload unlimited photos and videos from your phone right to the frame. And it can update live over Wi-Fi, which allows me to send the photo right from my phone right to the frame. So anytime you do something cool or you capture an awesome moment with your kids or something like that, or for me with a motorcycle, you can upload it right there on the frame. The setup took about 5 minutes, and the coolest and funniest thing you can do is preload photos on the frame before it even gets to the person, which could be awesome, heartwarming, or hilarious. So it's ready to go with photos already in it right out of the box. It comes in a premium gift box with no price tag. Just plug it in and enjoy. So if you're looking for a genuinely great gift, one that actually means something, Aura Frames is kind of perfect. That's good. For a limited time, you can save on the perfect gift by visiting auraframes.com to get $35 off of Aura Frames' best-selling Carver matte frame, which was named #1 by Wirecutter by using promo code BEARDS at checkout. That's auraframes.com, promo code BEARDS. This deal is exclusive to you viewers, so order yours right now to get it in time for the holidays. Support the channel by mentioning us in the checkout. Terms and conditions apply. Those frames do sell out pretty fast during the holidays, so if you want one, jump on it right now.
Thank you for calling Champion Motorsports Group, proud manufacturer of Coleman and Racka brands of power sports products.
If you are a consumer, please press 1. If you are a retail, thank you for calling. Customer service. This call is being recorded. Please hold for the next available agent.
Good afternoon, and thank you for calling Coleman Power Sports. This is Darian. Who I had a pleasure speaking with.
Hey, Darian, this is Sean. Hey,
How are you doing?
Hey, I got one of those Coleman EV bikes, EV mini bikes.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
You seen any problems with those things, or they seem to be pretty reliable?
Not so far. I haven't had any problems with them. Is there something that you have a problem with?
No, I just wanted to call and see if someone from English-speaking country was going to pick up the phone.
Oh, got you. Yeah, I've ridden one myself. It's pretty nice.
Really? What'd you think about it?
Definitely gets up on it. And as long as you make sure it's charged correctly, it'll take care of you. It definitely can get around on it for sure.
Well, cool, man. Hey, I appreciate your help, and thanks for giving me this info.
Oh, well, no problem,
Cool.
sir. You have a great rest of your day. Thank you for calling Coleman Power Sports.
You too. Also, you might be on YouTube. I'm sure you got. I'm sure you caught that. Pull stuff out. We get the keys. They zip tie the keys down here. We get the bar, the handlebars. The gauges. All right, we got the gauge. Look at that big giant gauge. They didn't need to do that. They didn't need to put a big gauges on it, but because I thought it would sell better if it did. All right, what do you guys think? Should mini bikes like this have keys, or should they just not have keys? I almost think that they should instead of having keys, they should just have a switch, some hidden switch somewhere. I've never had a new mini bike. I've always had something old that was sat around for a long time, and then we got it running. Which is why I got a bunch of little mini bikes. I got tons of little mini bikes and little dirt bikes all around my house for me and my kids to ride. And these kids, all they want to do is go ride these bikes. They're not on their screens or on the computer or doing any of that stuff. They're just doing what we did out there, getting fun and getting dirty. I don't see why you couldn't do the same thing with something like this. Just put a new battery in it, get it running again. But if you don't have the key, and the key is what's stopping you from ever running again, that's kind of annoying. All right, let's figure this one out. Which brake is this? All right, these go like this. This goes, all right, that goes like that. Let's see what's in the box. Oh wait, before we get to the box, let's pull this tire out. Out of curiosity, what else is this tire used for? Can you tell me the other applications for a tire that says AT19X7.00-8?
Absolutely, Sean. That tire size, AT197008, is actually pretty versatile. Utility vehicles, UTVs, and lawn tractors. This size is also used on set and lawn and garden tractors. They're sturdy enough for light utility work and can handle a variety of terrain. In short, that tire size is pretty adaptable.
Cool, so they grabbed a tire that they use for everything else, which stays in the true form of mini bike. Keep costs down, keep it cheap. Manufacturer certificate of origin. All right, so this lets us know that this is not shipped with a MCO. Okay, so you can actually reach out to Coleman through this and they will send you an MCO. That's interesting. I might want to keep that. I bet it looks kind of funny with the thing like that. It looks like some sort of custom jobber. So the bike weighs about 158 pounds. Not exactly light compared to mini bike standards. Okay, so actually I was wrong. I was very wrong. The weight of this is not heavier than the gasoline bikes. Almost exactly the same amount as the gasoline bikes. About 150 pounds. So I guess even I get it wrong sometimes. It's got a 60 volt motor, 2,000 watts, which does put it over the limit of where kids can actually ride it on the street. So what I mean by that is, for a kid, unlicensed person to be able to ride this on the street, it needs to have pedals, 750 watts or less. This one is 2,000 watts. It needs to have a max speed of 20 miles per hour. It needs lights, reflectors, brakes. So this thing completely disqualifies it from any kid to be a rider on the street because it's 2,000 watts and not 750 watts, and it does not have pedals, which makes it purely off-road vehicle.
Somewhere we're gonna pop this thing open and see what kind of battery is in it. I'd love to find just like 3 Milwaukee D-volt batteries just plugged in there. Let's get that tire on. Let's get this thing put together. Let's do this thing right now. I know there's no way they're sending these things to people dead. Like something else. All right, let's get that. Let's get this front end almost. Just no cedar. These go top. Normally these are directional, but they're not showing it. They look at this. What do you think that is? What size is that? I'm guessing 10. So what? You gotta admit, this thing's kind of cool looking. That's what kind of excited me about. It's different. It's not like every skinny little electric bike that was based off like the mountain bikes and Surons and stuff like that. Somehow this thing comes up. So, pops that. And so, oh shoot, check it out. Look what we found. All right, here's the battery. Those come out. Look at that. That's pretty cool. Which means, in theory, this could be used for, you could plug other things in here and do other stuff. Also, you could upgrade it really, really easily. Just for someone makes a bigger battery, someone makes something. There's more space in here. If you were using this thing as like you want to really ride, your kids want to ride in there, you could just get another battery. This thing is as cheap as $12.99 at some places. It's actually cheaper at other places than it is at Walmart. But on a quick search, I do not see a way to buy the battery. It's somewhere that battery is out there. All right, so the reason why it's not working is because it's not plugged in. And then the question you guys want to know is, can you mod it? The answer is yes. Battery, controller. Normally the controller can go up a couple. You probably put a 72 volt battery here. That bulk it up and make it faster. But you can always put more amp. You can always do more amp hours, so that'll make it last longer without changing the controller. Sweet. I like this. Honestly, why can't motorcycles just be like this? Why you gotta have a secret thing? This seat just push up in there. This thing pops down like that. Thunder. This is the back for you. Look at this thing. This thing is turned out to be pretty awesome looking. All right, next up, pop this thing out. So, they gotta come up with a better way to do this. They're saving space by bringing it lower when I put the front tire on. Use the piece. Really would be shot. Done. Coleman, here's where you failed us. There's no grabbing. No, you can grab this tail. No, we can't grab. Fine, correct. There's no grab handle. Put a grab handle. Where am I going to grab? Well, so let's put that on there first. So here's something interesting. It actually has hydraulic brakes which is kind of cool. Hydraulics, kind of unnecessary to be honest. Right, you get this. Y'all gotta spend a ton of money. And you guys know the way to hack these things and get big power out of them. Actually, the last Chinese thing we had, there's a plug inside here. We were able to plug a little tuner into it and adjust all the parameters. What is this? Isn't like one company's making the same like harness and controller because it's just the cheapest one. So if we could find that little thing, plug in, we can hack this thing right now for free. It's somewhere. That's when I bought the little Tudio. Put the brake on here and put the wheel on, and then boy, fire this thing up. Like it. That's the best thing right there about electric bikes. Just lay them over. They don't care. Alright, so I put some grease on the axle, and I didn't put the right stuff. I couldn't find the right stuff. I will tell myself I'll fix it later, and I never will. I got too many projects, but that's what I mean. Alright, so spacers, we got a 15. Bam, did it. Best wheel I've ever installed. Except put grease on it. The wrong grease. Let me taking this thing apart. I want to see what else is inside of it. Yeah. Seat on it. That thing's awesome. Though it's still enough work check. And then we're gonna pop this cover off so you can modify it and then fire that thing up here for a spin. And then umbilical is in there. We can tap in to the computer and chase. They put all these parameters in here. Some are for the safety of the bike, some are the safety for you, some are the safety for the motor. It's best just to turning on. You know, if I don't see it, it might be a different one, or I don't know what I'm talking about. But for what it looked like in there, it looks like that. Fairly interesting. Oh, check it out. It's got side lights. That is actually a pretty good idea. Because you see kids riding around with stuff like this. You can't see them from the side. That is pretty cool. No kickstand switch. Oh, it's in park. Oh, oh, you can tell headlights off. No. Oh, it's got high beam. It's got 3 different light options. No beam, high beam, I don't know. Driving light, beam, low beam, I think? I don't know. That's pretty awesome. How do I... Oh. What did I do? Oh, it says sat on it. Wait, no, that's not... Hold on, when I first got onto it, it was in park. Look, see, it says P right there. Oh. Just grab a brake. Okay. You first jump on it. That goes to P. Grab the brake. And then you go. And like every other electric thing, it doesn't want you to do it while you are on the brake. All right, let's... Oh, hold on. Let's take this up. So I'm going to take this thing up, put this thing on full battery, and let's actually try this thing out. This is going to be awesome.
All right, so it's been a day. We've had this thing on the charger. It doesn't need a day. It doesn't take a day to charge it. Let's finally, and I got everything all buttoned up. I got the front fender on. I got it tightened up. It's super light. I think it weighs 130 pounds, 140 pounds. I think it was what it said. Bam. Let's go see if this thing can do a burnout, and let's ride this thing. I'm so pumped. This thing is gonna be awesome. All right, first thing you do when you're breaking in a bike, and it will burn out. That's awesome. Gotta get the tires a little bit sticky. Yes. Love it. Oh, this thing rocks. I will say this, the brakes feel awful. What brake is this? Is this the rear brake or the... This is the back brake, this is the front brake. The front brake is awful. Back brake is great. Does it have hill climbing capabilities? Uh-oh, 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 we're losing it. I'm kind of thinking it won't, but go. Go. So not super great for hill climbs. Let's try to jump it, come on. The kids who are like 18 years and 19-year-olds now are awful. None of them are riding motorcycles. None of them are even getting their driver's license. For the sake of society and for the sake of motorcycling, which is on a decline, we need to bring back mini bikes. Why not? Cheap, fun, fast. If you ever wonder, like, man, what do I do with my kids? I don't know what to do with my kids. Come home with a mini bike. Come home with 2 mini bikes and tell me that you guys not just have the most fun you've ever had outside. So we actually found this jump a couple days ago, and it's awesome. Huge? Was it huge? It's not. You can't do dirt bike stuff because you really can't stand up on it. The pegs have to be back here for you to really stand it, for me to stand up on it. But let's try it again. It honked. Let me try it one more time. Huge air. I think every time I jump it, I break it a little bit. This thing is awesome. So the amount of fun you or a child or a grown man could have cruising around these things, going through the neighbor's yard and stuff like that, a blast. Let me see if I can wheelie it. So I spent the next hour forgetting about life and having the best mini bike time anyone could ever have. My neighbors are gonna hate me for sure, but my kids are gonna love it. So, in the end, it does not do 25 miles an hour like they claim. It does like 20, 21. Maybe if you're someone smaller, it might do a little bit faster. It is super fun. I do like the idea that you don't need to fill up gas and your kid can keep on recharging it and doing its thing. I think it's pretty cool. I don't know how well it's gonna hold up. I'm having a great time. We'll see you guys next time. Awful wheelies.